Naruto is a popular shonen manga, and although I love the series, I can acknowledge that it has its flaws. As a fan of the manga, I want to share how I would fix part 1 of the story. Kishimoto wrote some very good characters for his manga, especially in character backstories, but some of these characters are annoying, have flaws that put people off, or are somewhat unrealistic and unrelatable. Here is how I would change it. For Naruto, since he was mistreated as a kid, he will initially hate Konoha and only want to become Hokage so that he can prove that he is the best as his way of getting revenge on the village. But throughout the story, and through guidance from Kakashi and Jiraiya, he slowly learns to forgive the village for what they have done. I added this because I believe that it will make him feel more human and it would be a unique and interesting form of character development for him. For Sakura, she will have a reason for being in love with Sasuke, preferably because of something that he did for her that she personally found significant in her past. Her attitude towards Naruto progressively gets better as she begins to understand him and work as a team. Her obsession with Sasuke will also be reduced, and her crush on him will be subtle and a lot less blunt. I added this because I think that it would be more interesting and make viewers root for her more if all the girls liked Sasuke because he was cool, but Sakura likes him for an understandable and possibly relatable reason instead. She would also be less annoying if she wasn't obsessed with Sasuke. For the other characters, they will have more clear goals and motivations because I think that will create more of an attraction to them. Naruto has some of the best fights I have seen in anime or manga, but an interesting complaint is that they aren't like ninjas and that they use magic. For the fights, characters will have unique approaches to battle, but they will make the use of ninja weaponry more significant. Shurikens, kunai, senbon, wires, traps, and bombs will be used more depending on the fighter and their style of combat. Taijutsu or melee weapons will be more common, and so will some kind of camouflage jutsu to emphasize the ninja aspect. Characters will also use various Japanese and ninja tools and weapons that have been shown on the volume covers more often, such as scrolls, pots, bashosen, katana, kusarigama, and more to enhance the ninja element even more, instead of them only being used by specific characters. Special abilities and effects can be applied to the tools like the pot. Consistency will also be kept in using techniques like Kirin, Twin Lion Fist, Drunken Fist, Blade Dance, and the Two-Headed Wolf. I chose to include this because it would make Naruto feel more like a manga about ninja. The jutsu for characters in Naruto were mostly fine, but there was a big problem concerning Sakura's abilities. For jutsu, Sakura and her family will have some kind of Haruno clan jutsu, most likely a unique genjutsu. Sakura will start with the basic form of said genjutsu, and progressively gain her parents' level of this genjutsu and create her own derived jutsu from it. I added this because Sakura was the only character out of the main genin who didn't have a jutsu. The fact that she had a clan name is being wasted if the clan doesn't even have a jutsu. For general jutsu, in order to prevent the crazy power escalation, Naruto will capitalize on the basic jutsu that Kishimoto already created. The areas of focus would be clone jutsu, transformation jutsu, teleportation jutsu, and the 5 elements. Jonin will have to be well versed in these techniques. I chose these jutsu because I believe that these are the most stealth-based and ninja-like jutsu in Naruto, and I felt that not capitalizing on them kinda wasted the ninja element in the manga. Power escalation is a big issue in Naruto, so I will control it like this. For the clone jutsu, ninja will be able to use the clone jutsu, shadow clone jutsu, substitution jutsu, and offensive substitution jutsu. They will also be able to make multiple clones of shuriken and kunai. They will also be able to clone any melee weapon that they might have. They can make multiple clones and shadow clones. They know when to substitute and can lay traps for their subs. For the transformation jutsu, characters will use transformation to turn into others during missions, but also to disguise jutsus as weapons or people/clones as weapons. For the teleportation jutsu, characters will be able to use the teleportation to reach farther distances with bursts of speed, sort of like Shanpo. For the elements, characters will be able to master their elements and create new jutsu with it. They might even learn more elements or a Kekkei Genkai. And for specific jutsu, characters can master the usage of their dojutsu and learn techniques with it. They can master their fighting style and develop new attacks or a new fighting style. They can gain new weaponry, or they can learn new forms of genjutsu or ninjutsu. For the story, I will be listing the things that change. In the Land of Waves arc, now that Sakura isn't useless, she will be able to do something against Kakashi during their sparring match, but she will still inevitably fail. When attacked by the brothers, she will do what she originally did. In the first two fights against Zabuza, everything remains the same, but in the last fight, the fight against Zabuza and Kakashi takes a different route. Sakura will help Kakashi by placing her genjutsu on Zabuza. She will hold him in place so that Kakashi can get Tazuna to safety. When Zabuza breaks free, Kakashi saves her from Zabuza. Sakura has placed traps all around by the time Zabuza uses his mist. Once all of her traps run out, Kakashi uses his dogs and Sakura stays with Tazuna. I added these changes to make Sakura more of a useful character because in this arc she really didn't do anything. In the Chunin Exams arc, in the Forest of Death, Sakura will prolong the Sound Ninja with a combination of her traps and her genjutsu. Sakura's fight with Ino goes down differently and is now a battle of genjutsu or mind techniques. Choji will also put up more of a fight during his Chunin Exams match. Tenten's match with Tamari will be shown and she will put nearly as much effort into her fight as Rock Lee did with his own fight, but will still end up losing. Again, some of the changes are made to make Sakura look more useful. The other changes are to help Choji and Tenten not look like losers, especially Tenten, considering the fact that both of her teammates put up amazingly entertaining fights with great character. For the Konoha Crush arc, this arc will stay the same, except Gaara's tailed beast powers are like the future ones. He has a chakra mode, a version 1 that appears as a bubbly cloak, a version 2 that appears like a black and red miniature beast that can use the tailed beast bomb, and his final Shikaku form. I made this change to keep consistency with the other Jinchuriki, because Kishimoto wrote Gaara's transformations before he came up with the official Jinchuriki forms. The search for Tsunade arc will stay exactly the same. Here I'll be adding a new arc. During this time, Naruto will spend time with the other cast while Sasuke trains. During this arc, Hinata, Shino, Sakura, Tenten, and Ino are used. This story can be some ninja mission, but at the end, Naruto will do something remarkable that increases Sasuke's jealousy and eventually leads up to the rooftop battle. After Sasuke gets out of bed, he trains with Kakashi and gets his Chidori closer to Raikiri. He also learns how to summon a hawk, improves his fireball jutsu, and gets better at using his curse mark. The relationship between the leaf and the sand will be shown to be healing. This arc could possibly introduce a new dojutsu so that Sharingan and Byakugan seem more special. I added this arc so that these characters can have more character development, screen time, and good backstories, because the side characters didn't get enough of that. What I did with Sasuke was mostly what I thought would naturally happen. It would make sense for Sasuke to get stronger by developing what he already has, like going from Chidori to Raikiri. The Fireball Jutsu was also underused as a clan jutsu, so I added that for some more consistency. The Summoning Jutsu was added because I feel like it makes sense. Naruto's sensei can use Summoning Jutsu and taught it to his student. Sasuke's sensei can use Summoning Jutsu but didn't teach it to his student, especially since Sasuke saw Naruto use it, and because he felt like he was being surpassed, I think Kakashi should have taught him Summoning Jutsu or Sasuke should have asked for it. I chose the hawk because it was foreshadowed that Sasuke would use a hawk, and he does later. Naruto accomplishing something is to push Sasuke's envy further. I also feel that the development of the curse mark is only expected. For the Sasuke retrieval arc, Sasuke will battle Naruto and feel inferior. His meeting with the sound and turning evil will remain the same. Sakura's last words with Sasuke will be different because she will, for the first time, express her love for Sasuke and explain to him why she loves him. Sasuke's response will play out the same way. The chase and the battles will also remain the same. The battle between Naruto and Sasuke will stay mostly the same, but Summoning Jutsu will be included. Curse Mark Stage 1 will be used more, and Curse Mark Stage 2 will do more than just use Chidori. We will also see its new abilities. Everything else will remain the same. I changed the conversation between Sasuke and Sakura because I think that it will be a lot more impactful and emotional if this was the first time she confessed her feelings. The overall story of Part 1 was really good with minor flaws. The early battles were smart, fun, and exciting. Sasuke's character arc and psychology were amazing. The way Naruto slowly surpassed Sasuke made the viewers feel happy for Naruto but sad for Sasuke, making his switch reasonable and interesting. The power system was very creative and had a lot of potential. Lee's story and the battle against Gaara were some of the best parts of Naruto. The characters with histories had great histories. Art and character designs were also well done. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. How would you have changed part 1 of Naruto to make it perfect?